This is a key piece. It happens to emerging markets first. So we're already seeing fuel and food crisis happening in the United States, but we haven't seen all of this damage. So this is kind of the canary in the coal mine, if you will. So let's take a look at this. Turkey's inflation soars to 73%, a 23-year high as, again, food and energy costs skyrocket. We can see our food prices in the country of 84 million people rose to 91% year on year. Food prices rose 91%. That means they've doubled. Food doubled. Now, did your pay double? Most likely not. Food and energy, we keep seeing that over and over. It says here, economic analysts expect the trajectory for Turkey's inflation will only get worse. The trajectory. So that means the rate of increase, which is 91%, that's the rate of increase. They're saying that trajectory will only get worse. So we'll go from 91% to 125%, 200%, 500%. How much worse can that trajectory get? I'd say 100% is already pretty bad. Of course, it's not just happening there. Lebanon, same thing. Lebanese protesters block roads over economic meltdown. We can see here Lebanon's economic crisis, which erupted in 2019, has propelled more than 3/4 of the population into poverty, and the local currency has plummeted over 90%. So that means prices have gone up 90% because of the local currency losing its purchasing power. So we can see 3/4 of the population are in poverty today before they were. Why? Because they can't afford the food and the energy that goes into it. Why is that? Well, again, mismanagement and debt. Now, if we take a look at this, it's not just these emerging markets. As we can see on this chart right here, the G7, so this is the top 7 countries in the world, are also seeing massive inflation in what? That's right, food and energy. You can see it right here on the right side of this chart. They're going up almost vertically like a hockey stick. Now, like I said, these are canaries in the coal mine. This tell us what's happening, and you think it can't happen in the United States. Well, let's take a look at this. We can see here that Biden admits that gas and food prices are not coming down anytime soon. They're not coming down anytime soon. Why? Well, supply and demand. If we want energy prices to come down in the United States, what would we do? We would increase the supply. If we want food prices to come down in the United States, what will we do? We would increase the food. Problem is, as I said, in Biden's first day in office, it was to shut down the energy. Not increase the energy, it's to shut it down. And so Biden admits that they're not coming down anytime soon. Why? Because he won't reverse his policy decisions. And even if he did, even if there was a magic wand, he waved it today, he reversed all these policies, it doesn't come back automatically. When you go for almost a decade threatening oil companies that you're going to put them out of business. Now, Biden ran on a campaign saying he was going to put coal manufacturers out of business, energy. We get most of our energy today. He's going to run them out of business. He said his goal is to make them go bankrupt. We saw his elected person, Amarova, who was one to put in charge of the controller of the comptroller of the currency. She didn't win the nomination, but he tried to get her in there, and she said she wanted oil companies to go bankrupt. So when you tell these companies they're going to go bankrupt, my goal is to make you go bankrupt, they're not going to be investing a lot of money into their business. They're going to be investing money into new technologies to get more out or to find it better or to make it cleaner. They're not going to invest new technology into new oil leases or drilling new wells. And the problem is those wells, those coal fields that they have, they eventually run out. So when you don't look for new oil, don't look for new natural gas, you don't invest into that, then there's none coming. So even if he had a magic wand and he reversed all his policy decisions today, it's going to take time for them to go explore, for them to drill, for them to bring that back online. Same with food. If we're having a food crisis, well, if food's going up, if the prices of food are going up, what would you do? You would increase the supply of food. The United States subsidizes farmers and pays them to not plant food on part of their land for this green initiative. Now, the farmers have went and begged the Secretary of Agriculture, please let us plant on this part of land. We'll bring more food to the economy. It'll be good for everybody. And they said, no, it does not fit into our agenda. So if Sri Lanka is having massive protests, Turkey, Lebanon, massive protests, the government is being ousted because of, as they said in their own words, years of mismanagement, what's happening in the United States? Is it being managed properly? The answer is no.